Now, Ukraine claims that at least about 16 people have been killed and several others injured in multiple Russian strikes. Ukraine retaliated against the Russian strike with its own long-range drone attacks, as President Volodymyr Zelensky held meetings with European leaders earlier on Wednesday. Ukraine claims that civilians have been targeted in Russian strikes in Dnipro, and the authorities have posted images of a building on fire which they claim belonged to the civilians. But Russia maintains that it doesn't target civilians or civilian infrastructure. The Ukrainian Air Force has said that Russia in fact launched 324 drones and 3 ballistic missiles at Ukraine overnight, in its biggest barrage in almost about 2 weeks. It is also reported that the Ukrainian air defenses were able to intercept as many as about 309 drones. Russia also fired a powerful Fab 1,500 glide bomb that weighs a massive 1.5 metric tons at the central park of Sloviansk before dawn. The Sloviansk city military administration head has said that the blast destroyed a children's sporting facility in the area. Additionally, a separate attack on the city's central part of Dnipro killed one more person, the head of the regional administration. And the attack reportedly wounded about 10 people, including a 40-year-old woman who has now been hospitalized and is said to be in a serious condition. Another Russian attack on Ukraine's southern Zaporizhia region has killed another person who was in a kiosk near a bus stop that was destroyed.
The house shook. It felt like it was about to collapse. I ran outside and looked toward the bus stop. I witnessed the horror of them carrying away the deceased woman and so on.
On the other hand, a Ukrainian attack killed 2 children in Russia's southern Krasnodar Krai region. The region's governor, Veniamin Kondratyev, said that a drone attack on residential buildings in Tuapse claimed the lives of about 2 minors aged 5 and 14. He further added that the drone crashed into a multi-storied apartment building in Prikubiansky region, and a total of 3 residential buildings were in fact impacted by the attack. Now, parallel to this, the UK has also announced that it will send about 120,000 drones to Ukraine this year. It's the biggest delivery of weapons so far. The package includes long-range strike drones, intelligence and reconnaissance drones, as well as logistics and maritime drones. The UK's Defence Secretary John Healey made the announcement as he attended the meeting of Kyiv's military allies in Berlin. Now, Healey, alongside Pistorius, is chairing the meeting of the defence leaders from about 50 nations who regularly gather to coordinate weapons for aid for Kyiv.
Drones have defined this war. They will be decisive to its outcome. That's why I'm announcing today the UK's biggest package of drones into Ukraine this year. Over 120,000 new drones will be delivered from the UK into Ukraine. We'll also provide hundreds of thousands of artillery rounds and thousands of air defence missiles, which together will help Ukraine defend its territory and strike back against Russian aggression.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was visiting the European capitals to secure military and financial support, met with the Italian Premier Giorgia Meloni in Rome. Meloni reaffirmed that Italy will continue supporting Ukraine and will cooperate on the question of drones.
Italy is very interested in particular in developing a joint production, especially in the field of drones, a sector in which we know very well that Ukraine has become a leading nation in these last years.